Hello, fellow makers, enthusiasts, and people who just want to see me talk. I'm Jan, and this is Today I Made. Welcome back. Now, it's been a while since I made a video, and in this interim time, a lot has been happening in the 3D printer space. Chinese makers keep pushing the envelopes of price and unfortunately also safety. If someone 3 years ago, even 2 years ago, had said, "What's the best 3D printer under $200?" I mean, we would have all laughed. But that's the reality now, and it's actually something that gets asked about 5 times a day on just one 3D printing forum that I follow. Ultimaker came out with their latest model, the S5, which is aimed at businesses and professionals, both in features and in price. And here's a report I made from the launch event that I attended. Hello, fellow makers, enthusiasts, and people who just want to see me talk. I'm Jan, and today I'm here at the finished launch event for the Ultimaker S5, right next to me. And what I can say about the machine right now is it's big. A lot bigger than I expected, and I expected it to be big. The Czech company Prusa Research, one of the beacons of the RepRap community, updated their original Prusa I3 Mark III to the Mark III S by basically just reworking the extruder and updating the filament runout sensor to make the printer more reliable. But the biggest leaps in the 3D printing consumer market had been in resin printers. Formlabs, one of the market leaders in SLA technology, recently released their Form 3 and its bigger sister, the Form 3L, both geared at businesses and the medical and dental fields in particular. The Form 3 is capable of stunning detail, such as in this semi-translucent butterfly, but it can also print usable parts in hard and in flexible resins in stunning detail. The market has recently seen a vast influx of very reasonably priced and some even super cheap resin 3D printers, all using the masked SLA or MSLA technology. This differs from the traditional laser SLA used by Formlabs and others in that it employs an LCD screen that acts as a mask to prevent a strong UV light source from curing parts of the resin tank that are not meant to be cured. This system is a lot faster compared to traditional lasers because the whole layer is cured in one go. This is especially true if you're printing large models or have the bed filled up with smaller models. Prusa Research acquired a company and they developed their own MSLA machine, the SL1, and I'll actually be getting one of those in just a couple of weeks, and hopefully I can do a live unboxing or at least a video detailing my first experiences with that printer once I get it. In the meantime, some of you who follow me on Instagram have possibly seen my shelf design. That's part of the reworking of this studio-working space, and that shelf is supposed to stand behind where I'm standing now, and it's going to work as both storage and a workbench for my newer printers. All I need to do now is go buy some wood and build it. But instead of focusing on just one thing, because who does that, and finishing that one thing, so not my style, I also recently acquired this baby right here. It is an Ultimaker 3 that I got used and it's seen some life. It was a presentation model. It's been used in series production and it's worked as a test bed for testing new filaments from different filament makers. And it was in need of some basic repairs and a bit of cleanup. I aligned the axles, I tightened some belts, I cleaned everything up, and basically the only thing wrong with it anymore is that these light strips are out of whack and they'll need to be replaced at some point, but it prints beautifully, so I've been getting down to some projects using this as well as my older Ultimaker 2 Plus, of course. One of the cooler things that came with this printer, apart from this amazing presentation plinth, of course, is this housing from the French company Acant, which just slips over easily. Comes with this little door as well. And encloses the printer completely. It has a fan in it with an HEPA filter to get rid of smoke and fumes. So printing those nastier, smellier filaments like ASA, TPU, and those that need more heat and more stable environments like nylon, for instance, is a breeze with it. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's missing a hinge and a couple of screws and so on. So the first thing I did when I got the printer in the enclosure was contact a Cant in France and explain my issue to them. Now the hinges are 3D printed from ABS, and originally I thought they could just send me the files. But then I did realize that they may not want to part with their IP, and I was right. I got an instant response from them saying they'd be only too happy to send me the hinges if I gave them my address. And here they are. So what we've got is a little note that says, "Enjoy your prints." Aww. And 2 hinges. So this is the missing top hinge, which goes on the side over here. And here is the door hinge, because I initially thought it was damaged, but it turns out it's probably actually just dirty, because this looks just the same as the one on this machine. So we probably won't need to replace that, but I'll keep it just in case something does go wrong in the future. And let's get down to replacing this right now, why don't we? First of all, need to get rid of this tape. And all that nastiness.
6.5 hours later.
Through the magic of modern cinema, we've just cut out a 5-minute section of me huffing turpentine in an effort to clear out the duct tape stains off of the enclosure. And now we can just install the hinge. Piece of cake, right? Just need to get in here. It's a bit tight, but what I do love about this, oh crap. What I do love about this enclosure is that all the materials match perfectly with the Ultimaker. These milk white sides are exactly the same material, and even the screws are identical, so it just really looks like it belongs here on top of the Ultimaker. Where did I lose that? Okay, I'll pick it up later. This is a bit fiddlier than I thought it would be. I was like, oh, a piece of cake, I'll do 2 seconds. I could do this live. No, live I would have lost 3 out of 4 of these bolts already. There we go. So that holds together now. We can do this side, and then we can find that missing bolt. I'm not even close, am I? Now I am. This looks painfully awkward. Maybe I'll speed it up a little bit for the final thing. So what are we missing? 1 more screw down here. Oh, this is already looking really nice. And then I'm just missing that one more nut, which I'll find later. But there you have it. 1 fixed enclosure, missing 1 nut. I'll get that in there just after we're done filming. So now my Ultimaker 3 is ready to print some of those rolls of TPU and CPE Plus that need those more stable conditions and higher temperatures, which is pretty awesome. So there you have it, folks. A quick recap of some of the 3D printing news from the past couple of months, some stuff that's been going on with me, and what you can look forward to on this channel in the coming weeks and months. If you enjoyed this video, please do hit that like button. If you're not subscribed already, please do subscribe and ring that bell so you'll be notified whenever new content is out. I'm Jan, this has been Today I Made, and you'll see me shortly.